Howdy, folks. It's MechaGM. Um, this is just going to be I got a bunch of the eggs for the Egglocke here. So we're going to be hatching eggs, and then I'm going to do a little bit of leveling up of some stuff using my using one of the Pokemon I already caught. Just get things up to a level where I can actually do XPing on them. So we'll get up to like level 5 or 6 or something like that. I don't know, somewhere in that range probably. Let me throw it to the game scene, and this is not going to be super exciting. It's going to be egg hatching, and yeah. Anyways, over to the game. So still a few Pokemon left that I didn't trade off yet. Like 3 of them. So we have 11 eggs so far, which is great. I'm gonna grab a D12, and we're gonna randomly determine which eggs I'm starting with here. Dice tag. I don't have a lot of D12s. There we go, there's one. The dice I have the most of are like D6s, D10s, and D20s. Unsurprisingly. Mostly D6s. A lot of hero system. So we're gonna grab 5 eggs to hatch. I think we caught a total of like 8 Pokemon so far that we can hatch. So we have a total of 8 encounters counting the starter. So we will hatch a total of 8 eggs. So we're grabbing number 6. That. Again, that's 8. Okay. 5, 6, 7, 8. And we'll see. These are all by way of Tachi Glassbender. Thank you, Tachi. 6. Number 1. And number 3. I have no idea what any of these are, so we will find out. Now we're just gonna run around town for a while until these 5 eggs hatch. I wish I had a flame body Pokemon, but crap. Well, we're gonna have to do this fight. I did not mean to go up here and start this. This will be fine. We should be fine, but like I did not mean to. Did not want to waste this XP actually. A little annoyed with myself that I did this, but A little annoyed with myself, but I forgot there was an encounter up here. So this is experience that I can't use to level up Pokemon, unfortunately, since eggs don't gain experience. Wasn't a lot of experience, at least. Hi, Barry. Oh, it's not Barry. Oh, it's Baby. She runs the Pokebox system here in Gen 4. Wish I had a flame body Pokemon. Or a bicycle at this point, actually. But we'll just run around here until we hatch some stuff. It'll be interesting to see what we get. Okay, so we're going to be replacing the starter also. So we're going to use them to get a little bit of experience on a group of Pokemon. This is not gonna be super exciting. Like I said, this is not gonna be super exciting. It's gonna be egg hatching and a little bit of leveling, but I'll pick up making actual progress next thing I upload, most likely. But yeah, generally interested to see what Tachi set me up with for Pokemon. She has said it's mostly stuff that she's not seen me use before, and they're all stuff that with at least a little bit of work can probably do the Elite Four. Can do the Elite Four and Cynthia, in theory. So that might need work, which is which I'm fine with. Like I'm generally like I'm quite happy to use stuff I've not used before. But she said that it should be nothing like abjectly terrible. Man, I wish I had a Flame Body Pokemon. I probably want to have one of my Pokemon home, honestly. I could probably have pulled one out of my Pokemon home, but I've not been tracking how many steps this is or anything like that. I normally do that, but let's see here. Does not seem close to hatching. All right, drain these. This egg will hatch soon. We got a couple that will hatch soon. A couple that are close-ish, and one that's not even close. These different Pokemon take different amount of steps to hatch. So yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing what we get here. It should be interesting. I don't think if there's anything I particularly want to play around with. Part of me kind of wants to play around with like Chansey and maybe Jigglypuff because I've not used those really much. The Penny is getting Chansey is Blissey in the long run does involve a friendship evolution, but like that's fine. What else do I want? What else would I like to see? Don't remember if Skarmory's in this game or not. Never used Skarmory. We used Rotom last playthrough. That was fun. In the I did a Platinum Nuzlocke on stream, and that one we did that one I used Rotom. That was fun. Rotom was fun. Through a lot of it. Rotom was real good, even if I couldn't use its alternate forms. So I am also at some point considering doing a Pokemon Black or there we go. We got a hatch at least. What do we got from you? First egg. Krogunk. Okay, we've not used Krogunk, and I've used Krogunk. I have used Krogunk and Dr. Croak in a Legend Arceus playthrough, but I've not used the actual. All right, we need a nickname Krogunk here. Female Krogunk. All right. Let's see. Oh, I got one. We're gonna go do a little anime reference here. Roppy for the My Hero Academia fans. Okay, second egg hatching. I'm down with Krogunk Toxicroak. It's a good Pokemon. Oh, interesting. Pineco. I have not. Fortress is Pineco. All right. We gotta nickname the sucker. Ironside. I like that. I just like that. That feels good. Or Ironsides. Well, iron sides. All right, let's go. Let me take a look at those two. Okay, we got a jolly one. That's good. So with dry skin, interesting. All right. Impish. So special attack down, defense up, and it's sturdy. Interesting. Okay, I'll have to take a look at the fortress. All right, let's pull out two more. We're bringing the box just because I want to. Okay, Froppy. Ironsides. All right, we got two more to determine. These sixes, we've got 6 left. Number 1. Number 2, and we got one more to hatch after this. All right. All right, Krogonk and Fortress. Interesting. All right, or Toxgrok and Fortress. All right, I'll have to look them up, see what moves they get, and see if I can figure out what to use it for. I think Fortress is Steel Bug, if I remember correctly. I think it definitely becomes partially Steel type. We'll look that up in a second. I want to hatch this stuff first. But like I like Steel types for this sort of thing. I know it gets self-destruct or explode, but I don't want to use which is a tool that it's not a bad thing to have access to. But it's not what I want to actively make use of all the time. I can't make use of it all the time in a Nuzlocke, obviously. Should be getting close on 2 of the eggs soon. Some up, and that'll probably be all we're going to really do this stream. I don't want to make progress on this one. This is just a quick intermittent thing. I'm trying to think of other Pokemon that I might be interested in. Fortress is definitely interesting. I'm looking forward to figuring out what to do with that. I've not used it. I know it's. I'm aware. I've heard that it's got some good uses, so I'm looking forward to experimenting with it. I don't know. I'm just sort of noodling on other stuff I might be interested in. Like, there's just so many Pokemon. I've not used. There are a bunch I've not used, or not used much. We'll probably okay. We got another hatch. We probably won't get Clefairy because I use that extensively in at least one run. Almost certainly not going to get Togekiss. Halo, alright, so Swellow's pretty good if I remember correctly. Hello. All right. One thing I can think of, I don't know why, but is Tweety. I don't know why it's popping in my mind. Jolly, and it is scrappy, so it can hit. It can hit. Okay. It can hit ghost types with normal and fighting type moves. Put Tweety away. That is 5, 6, 7, 8. All right. That. I think we'll hatch a total of 8 and save the rest for later catches. I think that should be enough. I think that's about right. If I'm off, I'm not super worried about it. If you're watching this on YouTube and you happen to know how many I had caught legit, let me know. I know I lost one. I lost the side duck against Rourke, so I'm down. I'm short one, so I think I caught 9 and I now have 8 after losing side duck. I think that's right, but I might be wrong. I'm not super worried about it though, to be perfectly honest. And we'll be getting more eggs eventually. I know that, so. Let's see what else might be interesting. So yeah, I've not actually used Swallow, so I've heard good things about it. Like, it's one of the better early game birds. Like, I know Staravia and Staraptor are great. I've used them before, obviously. hatch. More hatching, please. So yeah, this is not the most exciting part of the whole, like, you know, Egglocke is. Like, once I've gotten this initial batch done, it'll be much less tedious getting, because we'll just throw an egg in the party when we pick it up, and we'll just have we'll have 5 slots, which is not a problem in BDSP because the HM moves don't require you to teach them someone to use them out of battle, which is nice. Come on. All these are slow there's some slow hatchers in the group. That'll hatch soon. Doesn't seem close. Okay, there's several slow ones in here. Oof. That one in slot 1 has been not close to hatching for quite a while. I wonder what that is. Like, that's a slow hatcher. What could these slow ones be? I'm genuinely curious. Oh, that one's beginning to move. That's great. No hatch, all right. Torchic, all right. All right, we've not used Combuskin. I've not used Combuskin. Male Blaziken. All right. Hmm. Horus. Vaguely humanoid. Hawkhead. God of the Sun. Ooh, speed boost. Speed boost. All right. Got his hidden nature. All right. Well, that might be our new starter, effectively. I was not expecting Torchic, honestly. That's why it took a while for it to hatch. It was a starter. I remember clearly starter eggs take a while to hatch, so... Maybe close to hatching. Egg will hatch soon. Doesn't seem close to hatching. All right, I'm down. Let's see, what else would I be interested in doing? Honestly, I would actually kind of would like to get the oh god, what is the trap inch line that goes trap inch? I think it's Vibrava. I forget the end of it. It's the not as good. It's the ground dragon that's not as good as it's not as good as Garchomp. Altaria is something I've been meaning to play around with at some point. That's on the list. I would be interested in. Oh, we got another hatch. Vampy, all right. Vampy and Dawn Fan have not used them, so that's. Female elephant. Hmm. Um. Oh. 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 Hang on. Got it. Got one. Celeste. Yes, Celeste. That is the name of Barbar's wife in the Barbar stories. And they're jolly, and it's got pickup. Oh, that's fun. Now, Tachi's been breeding these suckers for nicknames and abilities, I think, which is fun. Check where we are on now. Hatch soon, maybe close to hatching. Doesn't seem close. Okay. We got a ways to go on that last one, which is fine. This first one here is the one's close to hatching. Is like we've had it it's been in the group since the first batch, so this is a long. This is a slow hatch one, which I don't know which one they're. But it doesn't mean it's necessarily like powerful. It just means it's, you know, in a weird group of ones that are slow to hatch. Some of those are powerful ones. I feel like I remember correctly, Beldum is a slow hatch. Like the pseudo legendaries are all slow hatches, if I remember correctly. I wouldn't be surprised if like Skarmory was slow, stuff like that. Weird stuff. I'm hoping for Chansey or Hepini or an Iggly buff. Kind of hoping for one of those two, because I'm kind of like, there's part of me that actually really would like to see what I could do with a Wigglytuff or a Chansey or Blissey, I should say. But although I think this game has Eviolite in it, so we could actually like. Okay, I've not used Wailmer. I don't think I've used Whale Lord. Alright, Let's go Titania. I think that might be fun. I don't know why that occurred to me, but... Modest water veil. All right. Can't get burned. Interesting. Okay, we got 2 more eggs hatch. What are we gonna do? What are we thinking here? Yeah, see, but like that was a very long hatch, and it wasn't like one of the sort of. It wasn't even a pseudo legendary, which is fine. I'm actually really jazzed about that. It's on my list of things I've thought about using and just haven't gotten around to, which is cool. So far, we haven't found anything to kill Garchomp with, but that's fine. But you know, we got more eggs hatch, and we'll be getting more eggs as we go. So hopefully, we'll get something that can handle Cynthia's Garchomp without like massively overlevel. Like if you massively overlevel, you can beat anything in this game, like right? So you know, there's stuff like I you know, like worst case I can overlevel if I need to. I just don't want to do that. Another hatch. And we got one more after this. Then we can do some leveling, and then we will. Ooh, Munchlax! Yes! I'm actually excited by this. Oh, I've got a name for him. I've got a name for him. Orpheus. Careful. Interesting. Special attack down, special defense up. Okay. And thick fat. Nice. Okay. He might actually end up being the Garchomp answer. He's slow, not fast, but he can like absorb hits and puts out pretty good damage. I think he gets access to like ice punch and shit like that. So a tanky Snorlax might actually be the answer to. Might be a possible answer to Garchomp. All right, I'm genuinely excited by the Munchlax. Like that's pretty exciting. So what I will probably do is I'll do a little bit leveling on stream here just to get the initial setup, like get them up to like decent levels, and then I'll sort of grind off recording. I probably won't record the grinding part, like the significant grinding. Okay, we're about halfway through on that one. This will take a little while, which is fine. Turns out we get a good chunk of batch from people, you know, before we get too deep in. So we have a nice big selection to hatch from. And feel like we're just going down a particular path. I can't believe I forgot about Snorlax. Like, I'm actually like that has been very on my like. I've lamented the fact that like it's hard. The honey trees are hard to pull off to get the Munchlax in this game, and like in a Nuzlocke, it's almost impossible to do that. Like it's possible, but like very unlikely. I know we're working on friendship on some of our Pokemon here. Ooh, let's see. What other... Oh God, what other Pokemon would I be interested in? There's so many. Oh, boy. Let's see where we are now. Egg will hatch soon. All right, we're getting there. We're in the final stages of hatching this last egg. There we go. Okay, Larvitar. All right. That's going to be a long project. But Tyranitar is very cool. All right, let's go get a group here to level up. I just want to get enough to actually start the process of actually leveling. All right, let's see. All right, Horse we're keeping in there. Honestly, I think we'll just keep this group here for now. We're gonna level everybody up, obviously. We definitely want to keep Gojira in the group. I mean, I'm gonna get like some levels on everybody. I'm gonna level everybody up to a certain point, and then we'll figure out who we want to bring with us the next. Where's the next gym? You know, I can go to an area where we can fight. Well, stuff's a little bit tougher because like the big advantage of doing what I'm doing here is we're gonna get the levels pretty. Yeah, we can just like. Well, Elmer levels up pretty quickly, interestingly. We're getting close. I want to get everybody to at least level 5, and then we'll swap out some of them for the others. Okay. Wrong place. Tony's done for now. Put eggs over eggs in box 18 here. I don't know which ones I'm going to bring with me overall, but I'm leaving Morpheus and Gujira in the party because they need to level up, and they're going to be slow. We're going to go down to here because it's easier. I'm not certain. I'm certain there are no trainers we're going to run into here that I've not fought yet. So. I'm gonna give everybody like level 5 at least, and then that'll probably wrap up for here. But Soon. Let's see. We're coming along slowly, but get ready to level 5, and then we'll wrap wrap it up, I think. And then I will either do some grinding off stream, off recording, like, you know. And, Ironsides and Tweety are close to level 5. Once they're level 5, that's what we'll wrap up for now, because I don't want to go too long on a fairly static, not static, but you know, not super. Ooh, a crit, nice. Okay, everybody's at least level 5. That's good. Oh wow, he knows Dragon Dance already. Oh Jesus. Okay. Yeah, we'll replace Lear with Payback, sure. I didn't even think to see if anybody had like egg moves or anything like that. Alright, nothing super exciting on you. You know, Peck already, which is great. Protect is real good. You know Body Slam already. Jesus, alright. That's really scary. Alright. Let's just take a quick look at the other Pokemon that we're not using right now, just to see what they have. Nothing exciting. Nothing exciting. Okay. Alright, cool. Now I want to take a look at Pineco and Fortress before we wrap up. Quick look at them on Bulbapedia. So very high defense and not much else. Decent attack. Alright. Definitely Gen 8. But the important bit is what it evolves into. 31, okay. Yeah, it's got very high defense, 140, and it is Bug Steel. Yep, that's what I thought. Alright, things it can relearn are it gets automatized on evolution, which is a buff ability if I remember correctly. Okay, it's a speed boost. It's a sharp speed boost. And reduces weight. Interesting. Alright. Alright, learns Bug Bite, which is solid. Rapid Spin's not terrible. I can learn Gyro Ball. Where's Gyro Ball? So Gyro Ball does more damage the slower you are in comparison to the target. Interesting. Alright. So Automatize sort of goes against both Gyro Ball and Heavy Slam, which it gets. Okay, the lighter the target is. Okay, interesting. All right, and how? How heavy is it? 227 pounds, 123 kilos. Interesting. All right, good to know. I'll have to think about how to use it. I don't know yet off the top of my head, but... Alright. Anyways, that's going to do it for this little mini episode here. Thank you for watching. Hope you had fun. I'll be back with something more interactive, more, actually making progress. This is just getting things, set up so we can actually continue. We can actually do the Egglocke now. Thank you for watching. Hope you had fun. I'll be back not too long from now, hopefully, and see you all then. Bye, everybody.